Hello, members! Thank you for your continued support. You are amazing. This is the extended edition of Italy EU. And yeah, we're going to play for another hour and see how far we do get. Alright, so infantry is pretty good. We're in a position we can do a casus belli against Poland and Russia. I think they're the only ones that have generated world tension. Maybe Japan as well. Yeah, Japan. Oh, China as well. China causing world tension. Once again, when you play Democrat, you forget how the democratic mechanics work. All right, let's proceed. So what we're going to work on is... Oh my goodness, we've got all the democratic options. I don't usually look at these. What I'm looking for is war goals. So if you look here, war support. The easy way of doing this is to find one war goal. Usually a part of the branch you can't even do anyway. So condemn Portugal. No. Annex Albania. What I'm just looking for is a war goal. Usually I can just type it in war goal. If a country is asked into a war, balance of power shifts towards the socialists. This one here gains war goal. There you go. So it is war goal. I was right. So now it highlights all the ones that give us a war goal. So this one gives us a war goal. Just sends the event of a... Oh, it doesn't actually say war goal together. Not justifying a war goal to the European Union. It's not what I want. But this one gives us an attack bonus and a justification against the Soviet Union. So by the looks of things, it doesn't actually give me that many options here for a war goal. So that's a bit disappointing. What I want to do then maybe is pick on Portugal in the meantime. I'm obviously Russia invasion is probably the end goal, and then trying to get the cores back. Which all of these. Get rid of those. I recently discovered there are a few agency bonuses that are really worthwhile. Passive defense is really good. And we're getting that resistance down too, which is good. At some point, these nations go to war, so that might be a good idea for me to join those wars and make things difficult for them. Well, opportunity for expansion, basically. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's go 5 speed and let's see where we go. So we have all these extra facilities, but we don't have the spies to go with them. We have the one. We go flamers? Sure. How many breakthroughs we got? 1 air, 1 land. We don't need this extra one. They don't cost anything to maintain these ones, which I think is really bizarre. This is a good one. If you've got extra naval breakthroughs, which we don't, you can go for proximity fuse. That's a really good one to do. That's good. Any air? We've got the 1 air. Radar? Yeah, why not? So the factories, we've got a ridiculous amount of civvies. Maybe some mills. Maybe some rubber. Oh, it's one of those parts in the game where it doesn't really matter because your balloon's so big. It doesn't matter. But I'll just make all the mills. Here, and here, and here. Oh, God, we have so many civvies. All right, I guess our industry is about to get a massive... do you know what? To be honest with you, there is absolutely nothing we really do need. There is nothing. Now, you've reached the point in the game where you've become so big, it just doesn't even matter anymore. Look at my manpower as well. It's insane. I realized, too, that we've gone for ground battle plans, so we can do the little exploit to make the division bigger and better. So we go for the 35.2 width. Yes, that's... Are you guys aware of the 35.2 meta? Alright, we'll make another bunch of these boys. Train them up. Okay. Checking the doctrines out. It's nothing we need. Ethiopian question. Ethiopia right now is independent and in a war versus Hussar. Settle the oppression, becomes a puppet of the European Union. Will they say yes? They reject our proposal. We get a free war goal. Easy. Everyone go to Africa. We get our first war goal, boys. That's nice. Will anyone defend you? That's the question. Okay, abolish the colonies. This will give effect in 35 days, in which the controlled territories and the continents hold referendums to decide if they want to be integrated into our country or become independent nations. Increasing compliance in the colonial states will increase the chance of this happening. Oh, shoot. Never done this before. Oh, we're doing local police, local autonomy, so we do have maximum compliance. Okay, we will actually do that because that sounds fun. But we'll work towards reserve peace, gain extra bonuses. Oh, this is like a mutual bonus that everyone who's in my faction gains additional bonus. But we're not actually formed the European Union faction. Appease the military. Yes. Let's have a look at the advisors. Anyone useful? Financial experts, pretty good. I don't know why, but I didn't select many advisors for this, did I? Extra stability. Max factories per state. That's such an unusual one. An economist. 15% stability is pretty good. But he is a communist. Recovery rate is pretty good for it, because usually it's the high command bonus for that. There we go. That'll do. You hear the game music and you've not heard it in a really long time. Oh, United States is at war with Japan. Nice. Get the final passive upgrade. What that does is it mitigates some of the penalties you get for having a spy network that the enemy has on you. All right, we're going to declare war, max network, or easy wins. Usually what you do at this point in the game is you make ridiculous air. So I guess we can migrate towards that. Use the military, army modernization, why not? Okay, excavation's not needed, but then improving the planes is pretty worthwhile. We do go really heavy on the CAS. Yeah, we go crazy on the CAS. CAS heavy. And you do that with extra bombs. You need the engines for that as well. Basically, we're going to make so much CAS that you technically don't really need to defend them in the air because you've just got so many, you swarm them. 50 more divisions. Don't mind if I do. Ethiopia is dissolved. Might as well finish the excavation. No, actually, no, we won't. We won't. We'll finish the plane. So we need rangers quite useful. It'll do the range. So the build I'm going to migrate onto is, once again, a very infantry-heavy build, as I did before. But then I will also migrate towards making a load of CAS too. And we're just going to absorb Ethiopia because it's an open goal. Right-click for the support attack. And that is Addis Ababa. Not quite gone, though. But right now, apparently they're in a civil war. With the Sultan of Assar, so I can't take all the land. Okay, this is going to create really strange borders. Let's just go with it and see what we do. Yeah. Welcome to Peace Conferences 101. This has not gone to how I planned. Yep, and on this land I can take... Oh, no, maybe I can take these two. No, just the one. Being that they've got 58% contribution, you can see on the right here. In this circumstance, we don't get anything extra. Oh, no, it's created a really weird situation where we can't grab this last state and neither can they. Once again, another failure of the peace conference system. Oh, I love peace conferences. All right. Boom. CAS are us. And yeah, all excess guns now will be popped onto CAS. Cooperate with the Mafia or crush the Mafia. Mafia just is a negative penalty for a bunch of terrain, so we just go for those ones. Terrain penalties. You go on, I think it's Naples. Yes, this state and the south. Yes, there you go. Can you see that? Mafia on the rise. Penalties, just random penalties. Not really ones that make a big difference overall, but just some penalties. Oh, we can actually declare war on the side. Oh. Oh, game. Why do you do this to me? Remember, I've not planned this run. I planned the initial run, but I didn't plan after that. So anything you're seeing after this is just improvise. Hence the reason why things might not always go to plan. But it's kind of cool playing HOI4 and just kind of playing by ear and just playing, I don't know, as you feel, play as you go. You know, does everyone get a lot of fun from that? No, it's just me. Okay. Where are the spies? The spies are in England. Can we core England? Yes, Let's have a look. Expansion of the Isles. Oh, you need access to the Ireland. Okay. British Malay has declared war? What? British Malaya exists? British Malaya. Oh, it's here. Okay, it's this one state and they're at war with Japan. Okay, good luck, bruv. Okay, now we are at war with Japan. Nice. Not really my main enemy. It's something I really don't care that amount at the moment, but maybe we'll look in that direction. Asking us to join the Chinese faction. But I'm feeling with the changes they're going to make in future, that's not going to be possible in future. Chinese faction will not be accessible. We'll just do stuff with the special facilities. Exercise to level 3. Deploy. Split. We've got the full 5 armies now, so that's good. Some of them are slightly overstacked, but that's not a big deal. Spread them out. Off you go. Double check that we're on motorized priority. We'll probably do the compliance one near the end. So what we'll do is justify on the Soviet Union. 185 days. That's cool. We do it any quicker by doing national focus. So that's 70, 35, 70, 35. Old alliance is 35. Military agreement. Nah, it is quicker to justify. That's cool. Assign the generals. One by one. Some of these generals are not very good. You're not very good at all. Let me swap you out. A lady? Milady? Put everyone on the border of Poland. No, I'm not going to care about East Prussia. And we'll just go on the front. Oh, it draws the front lines out for the different faction members. You just have to split them up. Changed, eh? Okay. Once again, choices I'm making here, I don't really feel that passionate about. And we'll do... Centralized control gives you range and effectiveness. Air cruise gives you the bonuses for your doctrine. Oh, I didn't select the air doctrine. And then finish them. The one you want is 20% efficiency here. And then also the agility, air superiority there. And then it just means your casters do ridiculous amounts of damage. Alright, everyone on the front. Let's go, go, go. Some of these are overstacked. Can you see this? That means this supply depot is at maximum capacity. So what I'm going to do is shift the railways to the top. We could build off this railway as we build eastwards. This is going to be kind of like a bit of a supply tutorial. There's also the balance of power, which gives you additional compliance. Concessions to the bourgeoisie gives you access to this more socialist points. We'll just get all the socialist points. Yeah. We max it all the way to the right. What happens is when we capture land, we gain free compliance. Can you see that there? So starting compliance 20%, just meaning the resistance gets dropped massively. We get some insane compliance. Sultan of Assad has declared war. Hang on a second. There's 2 Sultan of Assads. Very well. Do you know what, actually? Bonus army. Go back to the front line. Bonus army. Bonus. We'll just make that and recruit it and send it over when we need to. Whoop. That's right, excess of those. We'll just spawn them, drop them off. We just need a few upgrades for our air. What we got? So... I don't think that we need any upgrades. No, we don't need any. Go for construction just because it usually helps out in a lot of war situations. Range is good. Passive bonuses is also very useful. Very useful. Alright, that's good. Exercising level 3 to get those extra points. Also, we're going to have a lot of casts for this. So I'm going to drop them all off. Exercise them to level 3. No, I'm not going to bother about it day and night cycling. I don't care about that. Don't care. At the end of the day, we've got so many planes, it doesn't matter. The leadership for the Republic. What leader would you like? This one gains less resistance. Resistance decay. High command cost reduction saves you political power. You go for the guy who's just basically a reformist. We're going to go for the top guy because he reduces resistance. Oh my god, he looks like Einstein. Getting that resistance down. There you go. Engine's done. We just need the final chassis and we can make an amazing cast. You know what we'll do, actually? Is we'll auto-upgrade. Assign the Mayo. Attach the bombs, the big bombers. This is to add more ground attack, which results in more ground damage. And then we'll add on the range. Click at what the weight to thrust ratio. We can go for extra range. It's usually always a good idea to add on a single turret just to give it a little bit of air attack and a little bit of air defense. Just a little bit, and it adds to the stats of the battle. And it will give you an opportunity to shoot down enemy planes as well. We build refineries. You know what, man? I don't actually want to build refineries, but I've got so much excess production. It just feels like a waste not to use it. Gonna complete our doctrines as well. Ooh, just the one. So many planes. Lancia Flamey. Boom. New army. Dedicated African army. It's always good to have reserves. I've heard. Apparently Napoleon was good for reserves. I'm not Napoleon. I'm Italian, European. Combination of both. Empower the unions. And then we are 60%. We just need to get 60 to 90, and we're currently at 60. Oh, we're really close. Got a free war goal against Eritrea. We will use that too, but we need to fix the Hussar. The other Hussar. Yep. It's really strange that you need to have specific access to certain regions to let you call them. If we do invade Russia, we're going to have access to all these eastern regions. It's good. More coring. End of the day, that was my initial goal. I wanted to see if any extra cores I could get. Angry posturing towards the Soviet Union. Yeah, we'll just go aggressive then. Boosh. Now, usually I'd build a compliance government, but you're democratic, so unfortunately you're not allowed to build a compliance government. Unfortunately, another big fat juicy nerf for democratic nations. Unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do about that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Pop these guys on the front line, then we'll declare war on Assar. The reason why I'm doing this, before I forget, is so we can... although I'm joining the Japanese faction. The reason I'm doing this now is so I don't forget. Because then I lose my war goal if I wait for 60 days, I think it is. Order Brigade Parade. I'm going to push all the way to this socialist supremacy. We're very close anyway. When we maxed out, we don't get anything extra from it anyway. Oh, we've upgraded our planes. And now you can add an extra slot on. So in this case, you want for extra range. Is it enough? It is. Actually, an extra bomb slot too. No. There's nothing I can put in the slot. No, that's okay. Do you know what? I love my bombers so much. I love them so much. There we go. I'm also going to distribute the guns a little bit as well. Justification on the Soviet Union is 75%. You guys are pushing out. Sometimes they don't initially attack. Sometimes you have to deactivate the plan and reactivate, and then it'll actually move. Production lines. Yes. And we are maxed out now, I think. Yeah, we are. The Kingdom of Afghanistan requests territory from us. You fool. What they ask for is all this Pakistani land. They want to form like the subcontinent of India to all the Pakistani, all the Muslim land is given to Afghanistan. Yep, we're in a good position now. That's good. Rush the assault rifles, rush the anti-tank weapons. Pushing here is good. Yeah, I am aware that I'm losing land here. I personally just don't care. Based on my goals, I just don't care. What's happening is Ethiopia is releasing territory as they're causing rebellions. Yeah, they are. That's very nasty of them. Wonder if the solution to this is just to put them down, all these rebellions, by using root out resistance. That's the reason why I need a dedicated army in this region, so they are fulfilling their usefulness. War goal against the Soviet Union. Bush. Where are you? They're different front lines. Oh, I know what that front line is. This is a front line in Africa. I made one earlier, but I didn't actually use it. Just delete that. There we go. Oh, it's still showing active, though. Interesting. Anyway, planes. That's a lot of planes. Boom. Add them onto the army. Now the cast damage will be through the roof. So much cast. As you can see, a lot of them are getting shot down, but it doesn't matter because the amount of production that we're kicking out is just so astronomically huge. It does not matter. Import a little bit of aluminium to keep the economy going. Boop, 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 boop. And attach them on as well. Do I want to exercise those to level 3? Nah, I don't care. Sultanate of Assar. The second one has been annexed. Oh, this has broke away. Oh, Tanzania. Okay, I'm on my feet here, you know. Ethiopia is causing chaos around the world. It's really interesting based on the smallness of Ethiopia, how much the chaos they can create. You know, like, based on the size of them, the industrial power would probably make a difference, wouldn't it? Production lines. Do the exiles. So as we capture this land now, you can see the compliance is 21%. Immediately get the compliance, so therefore reduce resistance and get access to more of the manpower and all the resources in that region. How cool is that? That's pretty cool, Dave. Gonna be very annoying for Japan. I'm gonna go in this region here and just pin them in. Can't remember in the original video if I started to attack Japan. Did I? I can't remember. Did I? Did I not? Anyway, they're going around the world anyway, because I don't think I've got access to it here. Do I? Yeah, I do. Never mind. Okay, I don't know why he's going around Africa. Maybe that's the shortest route. All right, going back to Africa here. Big push. We're pushing in here. That's good. Nope, looks like we're going to cap them. Surprised we've not actually capped them yet. Let's have a look. If you go into... This is the war. You check out the wars. There you go, Assar. They're at 97% capitulation and they've been capped. Easy. Everyone go here. Off you go. Few options for the breakthroughs, but I really don't care about them. I can see we're having a little bit of difficulty pushing in here. What I'm going to do, draw another front line. And go here. Put everyone on the front line. Game planning bonus. And go from there. Bonus for logistics wizard. Yes, infantry expert. I've already got logistics wizards and thorough planning, so we're just going to stack the infantry expert, which just stacks over the generals and the field marshals. War support's a bit of an issue, so I'm going to click all these ones and they'll give you bonuses for war support. Also, stability up's going to be worthwhile, so we'll do that too. How we're doing here, boys. Control B, get to the front line. Push against the Tanzanians. I don't usually see that in HOI4, you know? Push against the Tanzanians. And now we're defleeting their fleet, piece by piece. Sadly, we can't get into these regions. Oh! Burundi has declared independence. And they've been spit out across the map. Yeah, what happens is if you've got troops based in these regions and they get ejected, actually, and the land rises up, these divisions get ejected, and it's really strange sometimes where they get teleported to. Oh, push! Push! And we're producing an insane amount of CAS, which will melt all divisions. You can see the CAS are in full force. So what you're actually seeing here... Oh, Tanzania's gone. What you're actually seeing here is we don't have much air attack or air defense. We have very little, but we've got a little bit that's from the plane. So in this case, it's actually helping slowly work away at the Air Force for the Soviet Union. Let me just double check the division. Yeah, we've got anti-air on there, so that should be fine. Anti-air, have we upgraded all of it? No, we have not. In that circumstance, that's actually probably something I want to take care of now. And then same with the artillery. Yep, that's good. Once again, the rebellions are just Ethiopia. It probably would have been better off to puppet them. That way I could have taken all the land. But I think even if you puppet them, they still release all this territory. So there's not a lot you can do about that. Yep, it's all looking pretty good now. Air reformer looks pretty good. Anti-submarine capital ships. All these are not worthwhile for what I'm looking to aim in to do, but whatever. So we've only got 16% convoy efficiency. I'm going to split them into two here. And see if I get a bit more efficiency. That means I'm just taking control of more of the convoys that are going from these regions. Cruiser submarine. Wow. Okay. Air superiority. I'm getting all the air doctrine bonuses just so I can do the most damage possible. Our navy is so massive right now. I am got no fear of my ability to win a lot of these battles. I'm running out of fuel quite quickly. That's interesting. That's the only resource that I don't have like an abundance of. What I could do then in the meantime is just build loads of refineries. Refineries on their own aren't very good. You have to pair them with the technology. The one that gives additional refining tech. Where is it? Yeah, these ones. That's good. These three are the best ones. Ground support, as well as air superiority. But then the rest of them aren't really useful to how my play style. Look at all this CAS. So much CAS. CAS damage is big. Right, attack. Boosh. And you can see the CAS damage is pretty huge. Initially, what will happen is we have to break their entrenchment. But then the CAS start to hit them and then start doing big damage. You can see here I'm actually very slowly tiptoeing forward as I push forward. And that's just the power of the CAS damage that I can do. Once again, when you get over like 2,000 CAS, there's nothing you can really... well, there's nothing they can do about it, really. We've got 8,000 at the moment. You can see that the amount of damage I'm doing is just huge. But there's, well, on their side, enemy missions. They've got like 1,000 aircraft. Yeah, they've actually got quite a lot of CAS as well, just like under 1,000. But we're breaking through them because the CAS is king and it will just melt all divisions. I'm running low a little bit on fuel here, so I'm going to go back to there, sort this. 62 fuel. There we go. Where's all the fuel going? It's the massive amount of Air Force, and it is my Navy here doing all this damage. I think I have to split these again. Yeah, split them a third time. And now we've got full coverage. 100%, 100%, 100%. Good place to cut off here is the Straits of Malacca here, because a lot of convoys come through this region. Yeah, that's good. Air support, that's good. Air support by supporting the ground with anti-air. Ah, I see what I did there? The great correcting myself. Remember, this is not edited, this video. This is completely live and on the fly, so more errors than usual in my normal video. More than usual. It wouldn't be a feedback gaming video, would it, if I just clicked on here to mark it as a day attacking only? Yes, I read those comments. And you can see we're melting through them now. Like a knife through butter. Look at these numbers getting so high. So even though my compliance is like massively high, the resistance is high because they're pushing up with modifiers. If you hover over here, you can see here, Ethiopian supported resistance plus 80%. Now, if I was a micromanagement genius, which I will admit I am not, I would individually go through these states and put them on martial law. This will reduce resistance 60%. So this is just very small, by the smallest margin, preventing an uprising. It's because Ethiopia still exists and I cannot declare war on them. That's very annoying. Is there a way that we can declare war? New policies? Party's popularity. This will become the ruling party. The EDU. You will become the controller of Ethiopia. Every state colony in Africa will be released as a puppet. What? What? It's actually kind of better to puppet these nations, you know, because at least then in future, they'll not rise up again. Let me pop some of you boys here, and then when they rise up, they'll be all ready. Exercise to level 3. Oh, do you see that? Adaptable. The second biggest trait in the game. First one is Logistics Wizard. Second one is Adaptable. Big push. Right, as you've noticed, I'm attaching all the cars onto this general. Here's the deal. It doesn't matter. Because look at this. They're evenly distributed on the front line from top to bottom. So to be fair, the cars will be evenly distributed as well. The difference is if I was to do this... I suppose I can't illustrate it right now. If you create a normal field marshal front line, it will divide them up into different portions for each individual general. And therefore, all the cars would be over one area in that situation. Oh my god, the music is so good. There are some edgy songs in here, guys. Much loved songs by the far left and the far right. The King of Kings, why not? Oh, another rebellion. Somali Sultanate has rebelled. Off you go. Big push. I'll have this army go here. If you press tab, you can cycle through the front lines. S to split, send 12 divisions. So here. So Control B to send them on the front, to forward them to the front line. Alright. Oh, we got another broad breakaway, the Eritrean state. Yeah, these Ethiopian mechanics are a little bit annoying, aren't they? It's a shame that you don't really have a way of changing occupation per region. Or maybe you do. Oh, you do! What you do is go to resistance and change to martial law. Because you're sorting them by average resistance. David, you're a genius. But this kind of defeats the purpose of what I was doing earlier, right? Wasn't the idea of building compliance up? But now we're doing martial law. We're not giving them independence. This is what the EU would really do in an alternative world. Makes perfect sense, trust me. Right, push. Artillery. More soft attack. More push. Bit logistics, bit low on artillery. That's cool, we can catch up. Just do a full row of artillery. Boop. There we go. At the same time, on the back of this, just queue a ridiculous amount of mills. All the mills. But it's strange to see Catalonia here on itself. Can it progress down its focus tree? I don't think it can. No, it can't. That's what happens when you interfere in the Spanish Civil War. That's what happens. Right, progress. Artillery. Haven't got the breakthroughs to that, so we'll not do that. We have got 2 land ones, though, but you need 3. Destroying these extra facilities. They don't require maintenance, but just close them down. It's worth it. Oh, look at this pocket. Oh, beautiful. Can we find out how many divisions are in here? So there's 6 here. There's 41 here. There's 250k. I would take a guess there was 400k maximum at its biggest amount. And then we just surround them. Pew, pew, pew. Infantry strong, Dave. All right, you guys go here. You guys go here. You guys go here. Easy. The Sultanate. The Somali Sultanate. I'm losing track of the Sultanates. There's been so many Sultanates. There's not enough divisions for the front line here, so I'm just going to right click. And I capture you too. They're going to have quite high resistance because they are a puppet nation. Well, not a puppet nation. A member of the faction of the... Well, the Japanese faction. Well, how many convoys we're intercepting here? If you crack on Japan, Intel... Have a look. 2 to 4 convoys. Yep, they've run out of convoys. So right now, China is very slowly going to push the Japanese back because the lack of convoys means they have the inability to kind of fight back in these areas of the world. Could kind of join... Oh, United States isn't in the faction. Okay. I realized too that we might actually be... No, we weren't. What you normally do is find out the max amount of efficiency that you can use by clicking another region. So right now we were 100% and we click again, it goes from 100 to 95. That means that 5% of the convoys can make their way through that region without us intercepting them and bothering them. In that circumstance, I don't really want that. I kind of want to intercept every single convoy possible. That way no supply can get through. In that case, they'll have lots of issues with supply within these regions. Yes. That is the plan. There you go, max out your air doctrines. It's just that easy. Oh, another division on the front line here. Another one. Here. For some reason you can't draw a front line here, so you have to manually right click. Can we break through though? We're only fighting 2 divisions, but there is additional divisions here though, so we'd have to break through them one by one. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna pop you guys here. And then we'll leave behind 2 divisions. I can just permanently leave them there. Build up a fort maybe. Oh. Okay. Alright, it does look like they're about to push us back here, so I'm just gonna get some gas on the go. Can I push you back with some more gas? Ooh, that gas damage so much. 15 ticks. And we are breaking them through. Look at this. Just chewing through them one by one. One by one. This music is so serious. And now we're digging and entrenching. Bad supply, though. Let me build a port here. There we go. Build up. Now they're a little bit more entrenched and in a better position. They can hold out a little bit longer. Remember, the cast was winning those battles because you could see the organization and the strength dropping down as we were beating them back one by one. All right, can we go for any coring options? Core, the West Slavic expansion. 70 days, cores all that land. So the land, there you go. Look at that. It's basically Czechoslovakia, Polia, Belarusia, Ukraine. Not all Belarus and Ukraine, but, you know, a good chunk of it. Boom. Oosh. The bouncing bomb. Reminds me of a song. Alright, so, the Japanese, surprisingly, are still pushing in the Philippines. You think without any convoys, they would really struggle with that. Okay, it's time to move the spies here. That will give us extra intel on their navy. Let us know the info on it, and we'll go naval department to get the extra bonus to see what's there, what's going on in their navy. Can we get through? Can we boosh? Boosh. Oh, wow, we're actually breaking through the other side. Do you know what? I always struggle with the straits on both sides. So for the most part, I don't really see myself as very confident when I break through them. By the looks of things right now, smooth. Building that fort up for no reason here. Oh well. Upgrade the anti-air. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. And that's done. Off you go. Oh, and we captured this area too. 10 divisions that are strayed. Just control-click to assign them to the front line. And that looks pretty much done to me. Oh, we got the Baltic expansion. So we've got Estonia, Latvia's, and Lithuania's. I thought it was going to sound more creative when I said that. And also, the Belarusian-Ukrainian expansion. Lots of coring opportunities. I tell you, with the coring opportunities never really end. They just keep going and going and going. Let's see the traits here. Assign the traits if need be. A lot of the traits aren't worthwhile for the way I'm playing, so it doesn't really matter to me. Breaking through the center of here is quite difficult. You either have to hit Stalingrad or hit that supply depot in the south. If you don't hit either of them, you might get stuck here, so be aware that you might have to push in different regions to try and get around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Another 10,000 CAS. Yeah, that just is a ridiculous amount of CAS. There you go, and send them all off. Amazing. How's the resistance happening in Africa? Okay, it's getting a little bit bad now. Oh, Sudan's about to rebel. Sudan. You hover over here, you can see the full breakdown. You can see here, look, the resistance from the Blue Nile is 22%. Oh, these numbers are dropping now. They've reached their maximum. They only stay here for a certain amount of time. They don't stay here for forever. Yeah, what's happened is they've gone down to the bottom of the focus tree and they're doing the African Union. It's either the African Union or Pan-Africanism or African... It's one of those three anyway. And it gives them the ability to cause unrest in Africa to make rebellions. It's a very janky mechanic, but if you pull it off right, it actually is quite destructive. Kind of annoying for me, though, as you'd imagine. So much cast. The Caucasians! Oh, this is where the Caucasians come from. This is where I come from. Wow. My boy Dave. Boom. Yeah, and that will give you access to oil. And we are going to build up that oil. In that circumstance, we don't need the oil anymore. We can get more Aluminiums. We need the fuel. We do, but we have enough fuel to last us a total of 2.5 years, 3 years, 1 year. Keeps going up and down. Can't make a decision. I've also found another upgrade that's quite powerful. I don't know why I did diplomatic training. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to click that. Bit of a knee-jerk. This one's quite good early on. If you manage to max out the cryptology quite early, and then you constantly, as they're upgrading their cryptology, you can constantly keep decrypting them over and over again. Better if you get it early and get the first upgrade, and then after that, you're winning. Really good for naval invasion having max cryptology because you get like a 25% breakthrough bonuses, which is pretty special. Okay, right now the air is in a really weird spot. The air does that sometimes. If we break through here with enough cast, we might be able to take Leningrad. Yeah, look at the cast damage. Oh, it's so much. It's so big. So much damage. Yeah, so much cast. And just the cast melt them away. The hardest to break in the game is urban, because planes can't really bomb very well in areas like this due to the fact that you get a big penalty. Just imagine your brain, really tall buildings, and these tall buildings prevent air attacks. There you go, air support penalty, minus 50%. So CAS is 50% less effective within those regions. Yeah, absolutely demolishing. We're past the Urals. Well, we're getting close to the Urals anyway. There is a bonus here that gives extra spotting at night. That's really useful. And therefore it gives you the ability to detect those convoys of Japan. Okay, one other thing is ask for dock right. Now we can encircle Japan. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now you've encircled Japan's mainland. The capital region is here. They can't leave this region. People have debated sometimes that you can get this one as well. Now we'll get it as well. Why not? And there you go. Fully encircled Japan. And we have 62% intel on them. Their fleet doesn't matter. But what does matter is that they only have 9-11 convoys. And dockyards using the production. They're trying to produce 25 naval dockyards on convoys to try and remake the numbers back again, which is quite common for the AI. And you can see here they're losing in the south. Oh, I don't know, actually. The Siam's pushing in. You know what, actually? It does actually look like China's losing still, even without the supply. That's insane. Oh, we've finally broken Leningrad. There we go. If you click here and have a little cheeky look, remove the miners. And there you go, 97% towards capitulation. If you want to speed things up, grab your divisions, right-click on the victory points. Yes. I was interested about this city. I always see it and I'm kind of like, wow, it's on like the... What is it? The Barrett Sea, like near the Arctic. I don't know, that fascinates me. I don't know. I just feel like very interested about that region. Being there, it's Russia, though. I probably will not be visiting in my lifetime, which is very, very sad, actually. I always wanted to go to St. Petersburg. But unfortunately, with the world situation, I don't think that's a thing that's going to happen anytime in the next 20, 30 years, you know? Which is super sad. All right. I realize the music is probably very loud for this. So you guys are going to have to tell me that I did the music too loud. Oh, well. The Graveyard of Empires. Boom! And our contribution is 100%. We get all of Poland, all of Russia, all of Xinjiang, Poland, Tanatuva, and Eritrean Kingdom. Ah, the Eritrean Kingdom. And this will allow us to core the Cuban expansion and also the Russian expansion. Remember, it only lets you core regions in actual Europe. I suppose if you wanted to go all out with this one, you'd have to go to war, occupy all of Europe, and then you could click all these in one go. But I suppose in that case, the game's already kind of over. So what would the point of that be? Sometimes with HOI4, I do question stuff like that, you know. I kind of like, well, you can call the world if you want to, but if there's no one left to fight, then what's the point of the cause? Yeah? 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 Oh, look at USA. 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 Oh, I can push into here too. Off you go, lads. How's the resistance in Africa going? That's going down. So if they've increased resistance in a region, it will kind of normalize to a lower number. Ah! Click here. You can see here they have resistance spread from just spreading. That's the beauty of resistance. It goes up based on adjacent areas of high resistance. So you just kind of get more resistance. What just happened there? Just saw some kind of war about Saudi Arabia. Iraq's invading Saudi Arabia. Shocking. So what I want to do is control B in now as I push into Eurasia. Like push. I realize this is not connected. Oh, this is the capital of Mongolia. So to max this out, to add the maximum amount of capacity. Wow, look at all these! The Trans-Siberian Highway. Damn. Dave mentioned trans in his video. Oh no! Comment section. Waiting for that to connect. Yeah, there we go. And wow, look at this list. And I'm still not using all my civilian factories. That's insane. That is insane. That's why you go for construction late game. Construction late game is a biggie because it feeds into everything. Feeds everything. Oh, and there we go. United States has landed, which gives me a beautiful conclusion to my video. Oh, Paradox, I blessed you. And you give me an actual proper ending to my videos. So the plan with these extended videos, guys, I just play for an extra hour. I just dick about. Sometimes I might even lose. Sometimes I might win. Sometimes it just might be a really lukewarm. Oh, never mind. There are losing territory here. It isn't just concrete and it's just kind of a winged video, you know, just for a little bit of a laugh and a giggle. I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of just not playing seriously, trying to impress you guys and just playing for a bit of fun. No, Dave. No fun today. You will play seriously all of the time. Every click must be your last. It does make me question sometimes, you know, if you're in a situation where, like, you're playing this game super seriously. You're like it was playing like a roguelike game and you had to be fearful with each click because it could potentially be the end of you. Scary. Anyway. Move her over to here. Off you go. And then right click. Can we break the straits? Usually quite difficult, but because it's pure infantry, the terrain penalty is not that bad. 50% is actually pretty decent. And then we just right click and just maul them. Just realized too, the repair queue is looking pretty awful. Can we maybe move you guys here? Oh, we've had a bunch of repair issues. Big deal is select this one. Naval repairs. 25% extra repairs. And look at that queue of repairs. They've done this by naval striking me from the ocean, but my fleet is so massive, it just doesn't matter. What does it matter? It doesn't matter, Dave. It doesn't matter. Whoosh. And we've well and truly overstacked that naval base. It's because it's got the full fleet there. God, look, we're still building railways. That's insane. All right, how's everything else going? Oh, they're pushing through the middle region. What really sucks is you can't like right-click to find out what nations you can declare war on. There was like a Peru. Oh, there's this war here. Oh, I can declare war on Peru. That'd just be so random, wouldn't it? Actually, would it be random? Oh, Christ, we're doing the random things here, guys. I promised this to be a shorter video. I was having an easy end to my video, and look at me still playing like this. You fool, Dave. You fool. You had an opportunity for an easy life, and look, what are you doing? All right. As we're pushing through here, that's good. Right click, and we can probably eat up Manchu. Gesundheit. Please press 1 in the comment section if you enjoy the dad joke. What the hell, feedback? You told me this was a feedback gaming video, not an Alex the Rambler video. That was not disrespecting Alex, okay? I love Alex, okay? But you get a different flavor of comedy with Alex, don't you? With my comedy is, wow, this number is so unbelievably big. And so are you for subscribing. Where Alex the Ramble videos is just a little bit more dad comedy, you know? Hey, it depends what you're into. Some people like vanilla. Some people like chocolate. We're all a little bit different. All a little bit different. Meanwhile, 3 convoys. So the 18 naval dockyards are on convoys right now, and they're producing as much as they can get. They've got no fuel. The supply fulfillment is 4%, 3%. They've got trains and trucks, but once again, it's the matter of getting the convoys from their mainland onto, well, their island to the mainland, you know. Alrighty then. What can we do? I'll leave her behind. She can take care of this. The other one can go here. Split the army in half. Pop you here. And put everyone else on this front line. Do you know what I'm about to do? Do you know what I'm about to do? Can you figure it out? Dave. America, I live there. Don't do naughty things to America, Dave. Could put all my air force on her and then just demolish the front line and say, oh, the cast damage is just insane. What you could do at this point is do double engine. Now, this is not cost effective at all. So double engines on your bombers is not something you really want to do. But in this circumstance, because I want to go big on the bomb, do you want to go big on them? I want to go big on the bomb. And you can also upgrade your existing planes too. But now you've basically gone for a bomber that is got double engines, so it's a bit faster. And also it's got extra bombing capabilities. If you want to keep track of this bomber compared to the others, you change the icon to something else. And therefore when you click on the planes, you can actually see the composition. Now they're all the old bombers. You go into Air Force here and click on planes. Where's close S? Well, you can say these are the new ones and these are the old ones. And we are converting them over. Oh, these 5 divisions, take them out. Justification on Peru has been complete. You right click on the world, you can see who you're at war with, and now their war, you can see where to put your army. It's just an easy guide, I guess. The United Arab Republic. Ooh, Iraq and the Arabia has unified. I struggle to get the words around that. I don't know why. Iraq and Arabia. Iraq and Arabia. Iraq and Arabia. All right, build up that railway. Build up that railway. Build up that air force. Once again, more air bases you've got, the more options you can bomb with, and more damage you can do. Realize there might not be enough divisions I've committed to this, but we'll soon find out. Give access to America and also ask for access. That way they'll put troops on the front line and help out on the fronts. Probably could form a faction here. Probably would be easier. I realized I've not completed my focus tree. I just totally forgot about my focus tree. It so got neglected. I didn't even complete the new industrialization program. I talked about that on the main video, but I never actually did it. Okay. All these buttons do nothing because they move you more towards the right, which is socialist, which you've already maxed out anyway. Look, all the compliance. Big push. With you guys here. So what happens is they get attached to this front line. They stick to it. But in this case, we need to get them off that front line and put them onto the front line that's actively got fighting. And these guys are on the wrong front as well. Off you go. Righty then. Do we declare on Peru then? I'm not even sure if all the divisions are in the right place. What should happen now is the Monroe Doctrine should fire. I'll admit, I'm not up to date on the Monroe Doctrine because it's changed quite a few times. I can do Mountaineers now too. Let's max out those Mountaineers. Can we add on rangers too? Yep. We've got support equipment. Oh, we've not actually got that much. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I was about to say we don't have that much, but we had all the ones saved from all the countries we've annexed. Ah, there we go. The United States has enforced the Monroe Doctrine. White peace or war? Fine. War it is. They've got a war goal on us, and they have declared on it. That's good. And usually the AI in this circumstance gets really confused and doesn't put troops on the front line, and they've not. This happens quite a lot in my videos. Everyone accuses me of cheating. This is what happens if the AI is not like conventionally prepared for a war, like if an event fires, or if you click on a focus quick enough, they don't have troops on the front, so this happens. It's just really common. It's just how you get around the HOI4 game mechanics. We right click on Newark. Unique New York. Unique Newark. Oh, wow. Do we cover less regions? There we go. We're still fighting them in the ocean. Oh, hang on. Wait a second. Are we at war with America? Of course we are at war with America. What am I even saying? A part of me is like, I am at war with America. I'm like, yeah, I am at war with America. Okay, probably could have done with a few more divisions. Something I wasn't prepared for. Okay, move all the air over to America. We need to cap America, yeah, that's what's important. Realize there's a speech being held here. Get rid of that speech. And all the air wings have arrived now. 127 CAS. Damn. You can see now as I push, I just chew through the front line. I'll be honest with you, I would really struggle with this otherwise. But with the CAS, I'll do just fine. Because what happens is that they're not prepared for the front line. They bulk up on the front. You break into the front line. They're not entrenched. You just push forward. And then eventually you start to a point where they consolidate their front lines. But now in this circumstance, I've got so much CAS, everything just gets melted. What is happening here? 4 divisions? And another 48 divisions. Split them up. Put one of them here. And then another one will pop on this front line. Assign some generals. Do not care what generals are. Supply is a problem here. I knew it. Do 2 more supply depots. They take 1 billion years to build, but it is what it is. Railways to connect them. And then another railway to connect them. There isn't a button you can press to speed up the process of building a supply hub. Unfortunately, as a major power, you just gotta grind it out. Because what I could do is add another field marshal. Do I have a spare field marshal? I do. He's actually not that bad. He's not that bad. So what happened now is I was fighting the Americans in this region too. And it looks like I am actually dominating. How's the repair situation going? They're in this region. If you right click, it takes you to them. And yeah, you want to go to a port that's got a high level. The one in Vladivostok's high, but unfortunately it's occupied. And we'll do the one in China. And that means that you can do simultaneously 6 repairs on 6 ships at the same time. Based on the level of port. That's why high level ports are really good. They're going to arrive now, and you can see that 6 of these are being repaired at the same time. The Florida coast is a naval invasion. Florida coast? God, so much CAS. We upgraded all of our CAS. No, we're still upgrading. Maybe if I deploy a few. Oh, we have 30,000 CAS. Oh, I read that right. 30,000? Yeah, 30,000. Yeah. Deploy the CAS. Oh, wow. We're actually making more of a dent in the west than we are in the east. And now we're getting so much fuel. Yeah, so much fuel. And we don't need the resources anymore. Producing it all at home, as you would imagine. So this is what would happen in a world where the European Union, I couldn't get it out, invades the world. European Union world conquest. I think if you're right here, I think you could probably go communist. But it's very slow. Because I could use a revolutionary. Yeah, I could do a revolutionary. Then if you wanted to, you could... Oh, you can't use the mechanics because you have to use the ones that bake within the game. But what you could do is gain lots of communist support. And then change ideologies that way. It'd be a bit of a wonky way of doing it, but it is doable. Having supply issues here, I think. No, supply's fine. And boosh. A lot of people give me a lot of crap for moving the map around too much with this, but once again, I'm just trying to see all the battles and experience them all. They usually build up a fort quite late game. No, they've not. No. Washington does not have any forts. Pushing into here. Once again, the cast damage is going to be big. Oh, there's no cast here. The AI is really weird sometimes. It like prioritizes the location of the cast into random places. What's best is to split and just divide them up. And then it'll spread all the casts all over the front lines. Look, if you move in this region just an inch, the amount of cast damage, 30,000 cast. See the cast damage at the top of the screen in a battle. Over here, you can see cast damage 5, org damage 3, strength damage, and it just completely tears through the front line. And the minute they get into a battle, they immediately de-org. Keep seeing these naval invasions. Oh, they're grabbing islands. I see, from the UK that we took. Once again, as a democratic nation, you are limited who you can invade. It's a boy! And then Peter II. Oh, he was a boy, wasn't he? Is he the one that grows up there? I forget. No, he's a democratic one. Losing track of all my my generals. Once again, the front lines here get super messy, so it might be a good idea to ask for access from China. So you are these ones, you are these ones. What are you then? Oh, it's her. Yeah, it is her. We'll delete these front lines. Go here. Split them. Go here. Right click and right click. All right, that's good. Once again, pushing through here is a nightmare, but once again, we're building supply depots. Not a lot you could do, really. Just gotta wait. Build up the railways in the meantime. Find a supply depot, max out by hitting the bottleneck button. The BB, the bottleneck. Oh, the Manhattan Project has been captured in Nevada. Nevada. New Mexico, that was it. It's in New Mexico, isn't it? I don't know. And that's the end of America, yeah. If you cap Los Angeles and San Diego, you should be able to end them. Need San Francisco as well. Want to know how far you are? Click on your war button. Check on the numbers. Yep, 92%. America is now part of the European Union. Makes perfect sense. I'm going to forfeit all of Philippines. The peace conference system. I love it, right? It's great. I don't understand why it doesn't let you just pick everything and then contest everything. Yeah, I never understood how that system worked. Can't I just pick everything and then contest everything? We want Guam really badly. I take everything back from Philippines, even though I just... No, okay, I can't do that. Ah, that's too cheeky. Nice try, Dave. This is where it gets a bit weird too. Due to the contribution that we popped in so far, we can't take all of their navy. Click by piece. All the bits. One by one. It won't let you click them all, but I can click most of them and hit submit. The AI never takes ships, so you got the full freedom to take as many as you want. The last two, unfortunately, are in points limbo. But look at that. Compliance, 26%. All right, there is one final thing I wanted to do, and I wanted to see the abolish the colonies to see if they'll actually join me. Now, I've built compliance up really high, so I'm curious to see if they'll get cores. So can the European Union gain cores in Africa? You can core Europe, of course. But can you core Africa? What's the resistance like? Ooh, still pretty bad in some places, but the Ethiopian European project has come to an end. Wow, look how massive I am. As I look in the mirror, staring at myself. You're doing pretty good, Dave. You're doing pretty good. There's nothing wrong with a bit of self-love, okay? Abolish the colonies. All right, so do we have to hit a button for this? No. Oh, we go. No. Communist threat. Nope. That's not it. Incorporate. Incorporative to the intensive exploitation. Compliance growth, local supply, and local resources will be increased in every own control state in Africa, generating resources. Okay, that's really cool. 25 states get it. 25? Did I read that right? 19 plus Ghana, Senegal. 22. 22, yeah. I thought they have referendums immediately and then break away, but looks like they're not. Whoa, 100% compliance. West Africa, king. Oh, supplies arrived. Yes. Now you have supply. Boosh. Boosh. So exploitive, intensive exploitation, condemn colonialism against Portugal. Part of me in my heart of hearts right now just wants to experience this focus tree because I've never actually been here before. Liberators of Africa gain war goal against Portugal. Interesting. Pronto all'azione. Formazione. All right, well, can kind of see where this is going, can't we? The writing's on the wall, guys. And yeah, we're just waiting for the focuses to finish. I guess one of you guys goes here. One of you guys goes here. The United Arab Republic. Oh! Alright then. Come on then, lad. Come on then. Alright, fair enough. The United Arabs are against me. Radar's unlocked now. We go for nuclear research. Rocket research as well. Oh, why not? It's opposite day. Never got the assault rifle. 19 points into the Mayo for small arms? Wow. Nearly unlocked. I just didn't go for the industrialization focus. What if the colonies of Congo will be a big deal though? Well, you can't just condemn Portugal. You have to condemn Belgium as well, right? Fight overseas. Condemn colonialism. Well, that's the Portugal one. I'm confused by this. Condemn every non-allied countries with colonies in Africa will get an event to release their colonies or suffer consequences from local revolts. I want to do the Liberators of Africa one. That looks more fun. Kind of feel strange that one of them is a diplomatic option and the other one isn't. Aha, enter the Japanese there. You guys go here. You guys go here. Meanwhile, Japan's still holding on. We have 22-23 convoys, and they're still producing them. Meanwhile, how's my navy doing though? I've not heard about my navy in a while. I still got it. Yeah, I'm still got it. It's still convoy raiding. Looks like they're not sending out their convoys out anymore now. They're probably giving up on that. For the best, really. For the best. Arabs. Feedback Gaming said. God, they've got so many divisions too. I'm so proud. Yep, they've just arrived. And wow, the power of my divisions. As we just push all the way to the Suez and all the way into... Oh, wow, they've been pushing into Europe. Europe in brackets. Push. Push, 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 push. All right, that's good. In a good spot here. Remember, all their cores are going to be in the Arabs. Oh, hang on a second. Saudi Arabia isn't even their cause. I thought they'd unified as a nation, but no, it's just all Iraq. Okay. You guys pushing here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go here. And push. Sometimes you have to reactivate the front line, reactivate the offensive order, and then reactivate the plan. Otherwise, sometimes they just refuse to move, which is a little bit frustrating. Oh, wow, big push. What I do now is be really annoying. I'm basically going to right-click, S to split on a bunch of locations. And then the final focus, Liberators of Africa. That's right. That was the plan all along, guys. The European Union's long-term goal was to unify Africa. And... assault rifles. Legendary Bulgaria seeks to purchase European vessels. Okay. I thought at some point there'd be some kind of Balkan conflict and I'd have to intervene and get a war goal against them, but there never was. How disappointed was I? Dave actually hoping for a Balkan conflict. Literal Balkan powder keg. Flooded. You can actually flood Iraq? Is that a game mechanic? Is that a thing? Or is that just something that happens with weather? Boom. That's right, we will have elections whilst at war. All right. We research rockets because that's the thing. Strange how some of the research is conventional research and then some of it is walked behind special facilities. Alrighty then. The final thing is the Liberators of Africa. Okay. Adds +2 resources for every produced... So hang on. Every African state is fully controlled by Italy or an Italian subject will gain 2 of every resource already produced. Okay. That's kind of cool. Realize Saudi Arabia's actually exists. It's just 2 pieces of desert. Enjoy your 000 factories, sir. Oh no, no supply. Come up. It'll while for those supply lines to connect. Siam, very big, very proud. Malaysia as well as the full Raj. Declare war on Portugal. How difficult would it to break Portugal? Yeah, easy. Easy. Join the Japanese faction. Interesting. Interesting, the Japanese here. In the olden days, they would completely de-org eventually if they were stuck for too long. I'm not even sure if that's a thing anymore. Right, send you boys out and they can just cover those front lines. I don't have to micromanage them. And that's it. Eat up the colonies. Surprisingly, once again, Congo has fallen off the radar because probably Paradox has forgotten about that, and so has Iberia. Oh, there was a small colony here as well that I've forgotten about. How could you not forget about that colony, Dave? How? For some reason they're not moving. What's happening here? You are these guys on this front line, right? Yeah. AI is glitched out completely. For some reason, not showing supply. I don't know why. Might I put them on aggressive? Ah, there we go. There we go. We're tech supporting as we go. And there we go. Now we've got extra resources in Africa. To be fair with you, all these little rubber provinces will add up. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and they will all eventually add up. We're about to see something in this game that never gets shown very often in Hearts of Iron 4 games, okay? I hope you're ready for this. This will be an experience of a lifetime. We're about to see the island of Congo. Yep, that's right. Calm down. Calm down. I get it. It's quite a spectacle. These are militia defense. We have up to 10 European colonial units for Africa. Irregulars. So if you're not aware, this element of the focus tree here is specifically for Africa stuff, which is kind of the Ethiopian question stuff. Bring down the fascists. Stronghold's going to be a war goal against Bulgaria. And that's it. That's the only fascist nations left. I don't think there's any in... Oh, no, there's Peru. I guess only European ones, I guess. Checking all the nations here by right-clicking on them and see if any of them have got war goals. I'm still at war with Peru. But no, no other nations I can war goal against because I am democratic and unfortunately I am cooked from the get-go. Whoa, what's that? Pedro. Pablo. Pedro. I thought he was the leader that they added that... there you go, Peron. I thought he was Peron. Apparently Peron doesn't get into pound until like 946, and apparently was a really important and iconic leader of Argentina. Not that I would know. I don't know Argentinian history. Come on, lads. Come on. Sometimes when the supply is low, the AI is a bit slow. You have to manually micro them. And I'm a very lazy YouTuber, so I don't like to manually micro. And that is now the island of the Congo. Voila. How often do you see that in games, guys? Come on. Don't act like you're not impressed. Class divides in the European Union. There you go. Amazing. That was really fun. I actually kind of enjoyed that. No, it actually was really interesting. Just some gobbling up of borders and creating lots of faction chaos was actually kind of fun. The only other nation to take out now would be Peru and Japan, and that would be completely pieced out for the entire world. Yeah, I would literally be the remaining major power. The European Union of Afro, Euro, Asia, North America. Disgusting. As always, guys, thank you for becoming a member. Give me feedback in the comments if these are a little bit boring or maybe exciting and you do enjoy these extra bit of flavor. A lot of people in the olden days used to really like these every single click style videos. I just thought I'd add it on for a little bit extra. And what do you know, guys? It was a 1 hour video and it turned into 1 hour and 18 minutes, maybe 19 minutes if I keep talking. You got 18, 19 minutes for free. Aren't you lucky? Apart from that, guys, hope you have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. And also, there's an extra video of a guide to this video. Check that one out if you're interested. Bye-bye.